Good evening, everyone out there in Speed Gaming Land. We have another exciting Super Metroid Randomizer League Season 4 matchup coming at you. This race will feature Mr. Guy Average, henceforth MGA, from I Only Know How to Superjump, versus Shaktool's Nightmare, being represented by Pixel Perfect. I'm DJ Webb, and joining me on the commentary today will be Junie June. How's it going, Junie?
It's going. Hello, friends. I'm excited for this one. These are both some pretty high-powered vanilla runners. MJ's top 10, isn't he? Is he or somewhere?
Definitely top 10 old route. It's
Okay.
he doesn't run new route, so
Okay. And then
no 41 over there.
Pixel's got a 46. So both of them very, very familiar with the vanilla map, which is what they're on today. They'll be doing vanilla map, Chozo seed, which basically what that means is all of the items that they necessarily need are going to be on all the Chozo statues. So that's pretty exciting. They're designed to be pretty quick seeds, and we also have boss shuffle, so they could run into Kraid's room and find Dragon instead. Should be pretty exciting. Here they go.
Yeah, we've had several interesting races and several very, very, very quick races that some runners have had some things to say about. It's been an interesting week for sure. I think that which runner people put in for this week and preparing for things. This is the power suit mode for teams that are going to be making the playoffs. So definitely some people are going to be wanting to run these several times if you're looking to make a push in those playoffs. And yeah, this is the week. Chozo has some more intricate logic than other modes simply for the fact that the logic doesn't consider most of the items that you can pick up, even if they're perfectly fine to pick up. So knowledge is definitely something you need for sussing things out, as well as good movement is going to help you when you're likely not picking up much.
Yeah, at least with my experience with these, it seems like they are either extremely jetty, you find everything you need early and you have like a sub 50 seed, or you don't find power bombs until 20 minutes in. They can get pretty crazy.
Yeah, some wild things happen for sure, especially with where it likes to put your Chozo bomb breaking blocks, especially bombs and power bombs, and then what you may or may not find in the other locations that the seeds they're here, we don't care.
Right.
Have some fun.
Early screw attack. That's an interesting first item. Because they don't necessarily need bombs then. So power bombs could be late in this one. They can get to Brinstar with that screw attack.
Yeah, there was a race earlier this week with the unfortunate outcome, depending on your rooting interest, where this was the case. Screw attack was the first Chozo item, and because of how the logic works, the next Chozo that this puts in logic, and it's only one, is Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And people have opinions that maybe that's a skip you want to do because it's likely an ammo item, and I don't necessarily agree with that, especially depending on the race situation and other things. But because in that race it was a power bomb, which is possible, you don't really want to skip your Chozo power bomb. You never know where the other ones are.
Yeah, I personally like an early Gauntlet play, but I also like to plan on getting charge, which there's different schools of thought about that, and I think that either way you go is valid, but I tend to go pretty light on ammo and just pray for charge. So if that's up in Gauntlet, then I definitely want to be finding that early.
Yeah, there's some randomizer competitors that I talk with. I've been of the opinion, and this mode did show up in last year's tournament as well. In Chozo without boss randomizer, I think 90-ish% of the time charges the play. Boss randomizer just throws such a wrench into that it's it makes it so much harder of a decision.
Yeah, it's so true. Still no power bombs.
Yeah, but speaking of boss randomizer, grapple is one of the more valuable items that you can find in boss shuffle, simply because depending on your skill, you can get out of Dragon with or without high jump if you have that grappling beam, and you don't know where Dragon's going to be, and even whether or not you need to do a suitless Dragon escape, it makes Dragon's fight faster. And speaking of those schools of thought about Gauntlet,
yeah, here we go. Already a route divergence. This is exciting.
Yeah, so the thing about Gauntlet, and like we were talking about with the more intricate Chozo logic, whatever is at Gauntlet has to put at least one other Chozo location in logic. So bombs would put specifically 230 in logic. Power bombs would put both 230 and charge beam into logic, and then missiles and supers would put BT, which we know is nothing, as well as Brinstar Reserve in logic. So that's why you see a skip, because if it's just missiles or power bomb, if it's missiles or supers, obviously we've got those already.
Right.
And,
Now is Gauntlet in logic with just screw attack and no tanks like this, or is
yes, it is.
okay.
It's a strange quirk. There was some I think either misinterpreted or misrepresented info on the logic page once upon a time. But yeah, you can I did find a way to like find out on the Varia website that this is something that they can expect. It's just,
Gotcha.
it's a bit hard to read things out. And it was a super and he reset, which you have to, because you don't have to reset, but you can't keep going forward. So
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would have kept those supers. Supers are so valuable in Chozo. If you find Ridley early, you really want to have those supers if you don't have charge yet. But not a bad play. Gets him further into the map quicker.
it's also knowledge is almost never worthless. Sometimes it could be almost worthless, but you know that one of your two logical supers is there. Well, obviously, only the first one really matters, but no 230 check because we can't. Does look like it's being friendly so far on the supers. One at Terminator 2 over here in the Brinstar Reserve area, but if we don't find power bombs in Big Pink, we're gonna be skipping some stuff.
Yeah, and speaking of that information, that is important because it's going to be on Pixel's mind. If he doesn't find charge or ice or something useful, he's going to be thinking, well, what if that's back in Gauntlet? Whereas MGA already knows that it's not, and he doesn't have to worry about it anymore.
So yeah, I want to say just 2 vanilla missiles here in Big Pink. So as well as leaving 230 behind, and Pixel's left Gauntlet behind as well. We're also leaving behind 2 extra Chozo locations up here. One is Spore Spawn Supers. The other is Charge.
Yeah, that's rough. I've had too many seeds like this, and they always feel bad.
Oh, there was some talk in chat about this exact thing that MGA just did, and as you can tell, Pixel did not do this, and it's a E-tank, which you definitely like to have early. We have
that could
backtrack here. I'm wondering if we're saving for Spore Spawn, which is a thing you can do.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, we have a runner who likes to come into chat a few minutes in and say, if I was in this race, I'd already be at Spore Spawn. So here we are. We're headed to Spore Spawn. This is something the Varia Randomizer can ask you to do, is to go into a place that you can't get out of and put your bombs or power bombs and expect you to do this.
I do
not
find
necessarily the greatest thing to have to do. Sorry,
I find it interesting that he skipped Gauntlet but is doing Shaq. I mean, not Shaq, doing Spospo.
Yeah, it's interesting. There are still, several places past this that it can put your bombs or power bombs. Alpha power bombs is definitely the worst one to, especially if it's only bombs, and then, Spazer, high jump, those places. But it is running low, and there's not the other thing is there's not a bunch of other minor locations that can bail you out after this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely interesting.
Power bombs at Alpha PBs are really, really that's real feels bad. Because I don't like to go up Red Tower if I don't already have power bombs, because you can't get back down. If there's no power bombs up there, you have to go all the way around the loop again. It just feels bad. Okay, that was a quick Spospo fight.
So yeah, we had the Gauntlet divergence early, and now we've got this re-divergence, I want to say, at Spore Spawn. So if this is not bombs or power bombs, we've got a long reset. If it's something like Varia, though, oh goodness, it was the worst outcome. the worst outcome, unequivocally.
It is information. So just like how MGA knows he doesn't have to go back to Gauntlet, Pixel now knows he never has to go back to pick up that item. That's something, but that does hurt, especially with Vari at Spazer. Oh man.
Yeah,
But
I
still no
hadn't
peeps.
mentioned anywhere past high jump for those bombs or power bombs because of our lack of tanks or Varia, but yeah, that does some more stuff if it wants to. This has been a kind of a recurring theme this week, I want to say, for a lot of the races I've watched. It's like the game is giving you no E tanks and you're headed down. It's like, okay, I have to give you something, and it's Varia.
Yeah.
It's never vanilla Fantoon for reasons.
Right. That's one thing that's really interesting about Chozo is that you can rely on the fact that if you don't find a bunch of E-tanks on Chozos, it's not going to expect you to do any hell runs. Is it now how does that E-tank logic work for hell runs? You have to have three tanks on Chozos and then another tank somewhere else, or do all four have to be available before you?
Yeah, it's 3 out of the 4 total tanks, and yeah,
Okay.
something else somewhere will be available. And as we've seen, well, actually,
Oh, Pixel's
the
going
only
up.
2 tanks we've seen, well, one of them was Chozo, but that's behind bombs or power bombs, and the other one was also behind bombs or power bomb. That's Rotec trick MGA did is not expected. But here's one.
Right.
But yeah, in this case, obviously, various makes it kind of irrelevant, and you're just happy to see an E tank. And one thing about that Spore spawn save we saw early, it kind of doubles as a save scum for this. It's obviously a lot further out of the way, but oh yeah,
There's our power bombs. Oh my goodness. So if there aren't any other power bombs available, this could be real big for Pixel.
This is like the 4th divergence we've already had. I'm not sure what to do right now. This is certainly going places right now.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, Junie and I were talking about this a little bit in the waiting room. This is a pretty big race for both teams. Junie's teammate Pixel Perfect definitely looking to keep things close for them in the Brinstar division, which is tightly packed, and MGA trying to keep Superjump, comfortably in second in Criteria.
Yeah, I'm counting on Pixel, but I'm impartial.
So yeah, we have a 39 health Pixel coming down here. Fortunately, nothing here is too dangerous, but I don't think we're getting the X-ray deboosts. Oh well, they're not deboosts. It's the grapple, but please just like
my goodness, yeah, that's
health
scary.
bombed from the things that can't drop PBs when you're full. But yeah,
MGA, MGA didn't
this
go
is
to
60
X-ray,
free
did he?
health. Don't have a power bomb.
That's right. Those are kind of important.
Those are kind of important, and still does not have that power bomb. So yeah, do not fall here. You will take 60 damage from the spikes, and you have the ability to take 1 hit of 60 damage.
This is
But
scary.
again, we do have that pink Brin save it still exists. It's not a one-time use. I like the slow and steady.
Yep, me too. My heart's pounding. What's scary in here is sometimes those waivers get in your way. Oh, I like this too. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Pixel.
take the hit.
I love it. Let's see what we got.
There's an old folktale here in the Americas. I'm not sure if everyone else has that, but slow and steady, it wins the race sometimes.
That's right. At least doesn't get you killed.
Yes, living is better than dying. I'm putting out all the hot takes on commentary today.
And it's the return trip. I always find the return trip a lot easier. Those waivers don't get in the way, and you don't have to worry about a pit of spikes at the end. So I think he's good now.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I kind of like going back for charge right now because you're not going to be closer to it, but I also think he wants to move forward because you're probably not feeling super great about how the race is going right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going forward. So he's going to find that Varia. That's really big for him.
Yeah, so
And
far down here in Norfair, MJ's found some okay stuff. Nothing groundbreaking, and especially no power bombs. That's the biggest thing. And yeah, we don't know where charge beam is. I was, I
yeah,
was
we were
talking
just
about
talking.
the location of
Yeah,
charge. Yeah.
yeah, they weren't able to clear a bunch of locations early on because they didn't have power bombs yet. So they left behind 230 missiles. They left behind charge. Pixel did check Spospo by killing Spospo, and it was just a reserve tank.
Oh goodness. Finds
Wow,
bombs, which is
that's
like okay,
mm,
thank you, I suppose. it's I mean, MGA, you can't feel bad about that until you see the power bombs. And even then, like honestly, not necessarily a play you think people are gonna make. I really like
yeah.
bombs in Chozo. I know a lot of rando players just kind of don't care about bombs, but I like them.
Oh, I love bombs in
Especially,
Rando in
yeah.
general. It's yeah, it's too easy to soft lock without them,
And
or
it
at
just
least
you have to
have to pay
think about,
attention.
yeah, you have to think about your
Oh,
bombs. Oh, the bailout.
rescued. Okay, things just got a lot more interesting. We'll have to see who the boss is here. If this is a boss that Pixel can kill, that's good for him.
Now we alluded to earlier, there's a path to for all four of them. One of them is especially disgusting with zero energy tanks, and Ridley's also not fun. But
Yeah.
call the
Yeah,
race
it's
earlier
amazing
this
that
season. No, you go.
they both have plenty of supers for Ridley, but yeah, Pixel with no tanks, that'd be a rough fight.
No tanks and no high jump is what really makes it just like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was calling a race earlier this season where there was a similar looking Ridley fight, and I was like, I don't think you want to do this, and King of the Hill made me look silly.
Oh, King was playing. Yeah, King's Ridley is pretty incredible. He does so many low percent categories, and he's very very comfortable with Ridley.
Yeah, so it was like 15 supers and charge spacer for the record.
Dre, oh my goodness. Okay, okay, I have to tell a story now because Pixel is my partner, right? He has had such bad luck with no matter which first boss he enters, whether it's up in Wreck Ship, whether it's at Kraid, whether he like goes down to Lower Norfair first, he always sees Dre first. So the curse continues.
So as much as you don't want to see Dragon right there, obviously Pixel immediately nopes out of there. Nothing really you can do there. It makes your Lower Norfair play pretty guilt free once you're comfortable going down there, because the biggest risk in boss shuffle Lower Norfair is that you go down there and you can't kill Dragon, because if you're already down
Yep.
there, you don't want to come back.
Oh, I know. I don't, I don't know if you saw the race that I was in the other day. It was pretty rough. I ended up having to get a spike suit to get out of Dre. It was a bad time.
That's my favorite meme to mention on commentary. Now I'm mad I missed it.
No, but I did just that. I took the risk to go down. I didn't have enough power bombs for Crystal Flash. I didn't have high jump or grapple. I didn't have any way to get out of Dre. But I had speed, and so I had to resort to that.
Where there's a speed, there's a way. That's what they say, right?
Yep, that's the saying.
So we are having an interesting play here with the Crocomire check for MGA. Another quirk of the Chozo logic, you are required to have charge beam for this fight logically because of the ammo requirements. So we're not going to find charge beam here. You can definitely get some very valuable logical information. We saw that in the race earlier. MGA is not going to have that with this. Well, if gravity exactly is here, it could be some that would be good knowledge for charge beam sussing out. But other than that,
For sure.
it could just it's probably an E tank. Honestly, that's my call.
Now, do you know if MGA is if he would do a bootless dive to Lower Norfair? Is that something that he is comfortable with?
I would certainly imagine capable comfort. I'm not at liberty to say. definitely a play that has, I would say, got more popular over time. But you know, to varying success levels, it's definitely the biggest thing that I think doesn't necessarily get talked about as much is that like not only are you going down there without high jump, so like the entry is tougher, but like your lower warfare is just slower.
It is. It
'Cause
is.
high jump is really good.
Oh, speed. That is a useful item. Probably doesn't do for him what he wanted to get out of it, but now he can run very fast. Oh, is he? He's gonna go. He's gonna go for this Indiana Jones.
I'm not. I mean, I guess he wants another power bomb, but like,
He's just showing off now. Oh, he missed
yeah,
it.
I thought he definitely did want to go
So
full vertical on
close.
that last one. But yeah, I would expect MGA to be like one of two people to like pull off that strat.
Right.
Say the other would be, the Mappo fan MM2.
Yeah. The Mappo fan. I like that. Yeah, that's
So yeah,
that's
it
a
has a
hard trick.
lot of ammo actually. We've been
Yeah,
talking about
this-
Charge this whole time, and he's 45 already.
This is crazy. And then some Chozo seeds you play, you can't find more than 15 supers. It's like, where are the supers? But this one, they're being rewarded.
Yeah, there's a decision point here, and like I alluded to it on Pixels with finding that Dragon because MGA doesn't know that Dragon's a crate. This is even more risky unless he, you know, doesn't care about the high jump and scrapple jump. But yeah, he's not gonna find Dragon down there, so that's not the biggest issue. But save and farm says to me lower Norfair. And yeah, Pixel's about to have the same dilemma. I was also gonna say with that speed pickup after gravity, that's probably one of the like only other items that probably pays for itself.
The spark.
Not in that way though. Where you just farmed all of your health and you're not using grapple to, you know, spend more health.
Oh, you love it. You hate to see it, but you love to see it.
I guess you're running through Nutella refill, right? So my health
Yeah,
concerns aren't concerns, but
That's fair. All right. This is exciting. I love to see a good bootless dive. Now, I'm pretty sure that Pixel has no intention of doing a bootless dive.
yeah. So that's interesting.
So
Yeah,
he will
the
probably go
crossplay
up.
is interesting. Whether or not you decide to do that, especially without, you know, the charge beam. But yeah, I mean, whatever's up a wreck ship, he can kill it. No, I mean, I guess what am I? High jump or gravity is available, or that boss is killable. That's the binary situation we're in.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, he's not making it anymore.
He doesn't have
There's
any
no-
reserves, right?
No.
You know.
No, and those flames. So, in order to do bootless dive, you need to take a hit from the from one of those flames to give yourself iframes to wall jump up the spikes on the left side of the room to get enough height to get up to the Namahe in the middle of the room. It's a really, really hard trick, and those flames do a full tank of damage. So, doing this on 2 tanks, he really has 1 shot, or it's over. Let's see if he goes back again, or if he gives up on it.
Yeah, and this is, you know, I hate to, you know, act as though I'm like inside the runner's head with infinite knowledge, but like, how are you even feeling about the race right now? Like, obviously, it's been a little stingy. You got power bombs late. MJs aren't the Chozo power bombs, but he probably doesn't really care about that at this point. But like, whatever the seed wants you to do, you're not aware of it at this point for either runner, frankly.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that hit's not good. I really want him to get up here.
Speaking of funny trick memes that I can mention on commentary, if anyone was watching Behemoth's semi-recent GT classic grind, there's a newer bootless dive setup that involves like Morph K going through the Namahe on the left, which it
Oh
looks
my
insane. And
That
yeah, I
sounds
think
insane.
it's more health efficient than this one. We have a
this
solid
looks good.
attempt here. Yeah,
he's in.
got
He's
it.
in. Nice. Oh, you love it. I love it. That is so hard. That is so hard. Anybody who hasn't done that before, give it a try sometime. It's not easy.
So you can probably explain this a little bit better than me, Junie. There's a question, chat, about doing the shine spark without gravity. I want to say you could spark fine, but you can't charge a spark and get over there with any speed without gravity. That's the issue, right?
Yeah, so the D boost doesn't work is the main issue. So you can get the spark, but like once you get in the lava, first of all, I don't know if you can even move fast enough, but like normally you have to take a D boost from the flame to get back far enough to do the spark, and it just doesn't work. You just kind of take a hit and sit there.
So I do believe we had a save at the top of Lauren Orfer elevator. I wasn't expecting any issues with this green gate glitch, but
Yeah,
as slow as it is to get out, well, nah, spring ball makes it less slow to get out. Oh, but it's a super.
Interesting.
That's,
yeah, I think
that's
this
two supers he's reset.
This
Both
gives
of the Chozo
MJ.
ones.
I think this gives MJ a solid lead. Just the fact that he's going to be able to finish this up down here. We know that it's not Dre, so he'll be able to beat whatever boss is down here, and I think he'll just be ahead just by nature of having an extra boss done early.
Yeah, if your read about the lack of bootless dive is correct, it definitely seems like if you're going back up after this, it's a lot of map inefficiency, but who knows what items are where at this point. I mean, if it's like Fan 2 down here and Wreck Ship's the answer, like, you know, that's the race, unfortunately, but we don't know that yet. And also, like, you know, there's just these weird outstanding checks that you don't know about that, you know, someone like me who's always thinking about stuff like that, it will be weighing on my mind. These runners are not me, so who knows what they're going through right now.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that could affect MJ right now is if Charge is in a really obscure place and like he can't find any more missiles or supers. Like everything that he's found is what he's gonna find for a long time.
I'm just gonna state for the record that I don't like this play because you had Spring Ball. I stated that for the record so that he would get it.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It was all a ploy.
Another some more tech that's near impossible. MJ really showing off the skills. This is pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah. I feel like too many people do that too quickly nowadays, that like the person who's never seen this before doesn't understand how hard it is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've seen like 10 people do that and it took them 10 seconds. What's the big deal? What are they talking about?
Right. No, it's extremely hard. I'll usually give it a few tries, but if I don't get it within 3 or 4 tries, then I'll do whatever backup I have. Unless I'm crazy enough to go down without with that being the only way to get through. Which is probably not the best of ideas, but yeah.
You could have worse ideas, but you know, yeah. You were talking about that ammo. It feels like at this point it's gonna be hard for MGA to not get the required ammo. He's so close already.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you know, especially if they find the rest of their Go Mode Sands charge pretty quickly, you've only got Spazer.
All right, so I imagine Pixel's gonna go up here.
So yeah, he's got Charge Room to check out. He's got 230 to check out, and then he's got the Wreck Ship boss to check out. And I guess he also doesn't know about Gauntlet, so
right.
Curious what decisions you make here.
Yeah, let's see if he goes back to get those checks that he hasn't done yet, or if he just rushes Wreck Ship.
And it is Ridley. I want to say that's if there's a path for Pixel to win, this was one of the things he needed, because Ridley is just Ridley, and there's an item behind Ridley, and that's it.
Ooh, this MJ taking a few hits. I still believe, but oh goodness. I'm
echoing your belief with lots of enthusiasm.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
good.
see, there was nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. I wasn't. There was no commentator's curse in question. It was just Super and Ridley.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. You know what else could be good for Pixel? Say Pixel goes up to wreck ship, clears the ship, and finds gravity. I think that would bring things closer. Especially, I don't know. We'll just have to see how things work out.
Oh
But
yeah, the biggest thing right now is that MJ is also headed there. So
yeah.
depending on like, these extraneous Brent Star checks that still exist,
Oh,
and
he's
yeah,
going
that's where
Brent
we're
Star.
headed. Yeah, he kind of needs to pick right, and MJ needs to pick wrong, because otherwise MJ is just behind him. Because yeah, whatever our answer is, it wasn't down here.
Yeah.
But that's again, that's an interesting from whatever MGA feels about his position in the race. He is reset out a gauntlet. He took 2 tries to get high jumpless lava dive, and now he's done this not necessarily very fast lower warfare because of the equipment set, not because of anything he's done.
Yeah.
So
Not a fast lower Norfair, but an early lower Norfair, which is huge.
so yeah, I do think one thing about this from Pixel's perspective, I think this route's pretty cleanly. You go back to Blue Bryn, spark up the climb. Hopefully, if you remember to spark up the climb, and then you hit 230 and Gauntlet, and then you're at the top of the planet for wreck ship.
Yeah, this is. I agree. This is real good routing for Pixel.
I guess the thing that's unfortunate about that is the likeliest play, in my opinion, from MGA is to just do the boss at wreck ship, and that whether it's Kraid or Fantoon, it's the answer.
Yeah.
We know that now because this is not gravity and criteria at 230.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we have another very precarious spot. Exactly. Well, no, not exactly one hit. If he had gravity, he would be exactly at one hit KO. He does not. So he's
Oh my god, that was so close.
why?
Oh
Why?
my god.
He was 5 pixels from death.
Yeah, he was kissed on the back of the head by that key hunter.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
I didn't
man.
let's spark up the climb hard enough. I apologize, Pixel.
Oh my heart. Wow. Okay. All right. We're getting our 230 check.
I want to say charge and high jump are most valuable here, probably.
Yeah. Charge for sure. Although with all this ammo, oh, he's
Goodness,
just
it's an E-tank.
Ooh, that is not good.
Man.
Yeah, this is everything that's happening is just better and better and better for MGA.
Because you've gone, pretty low on the planet to Norfair. You're all the way back at the top. It's gonna be gravity somewhere in wreck ship, whether it's the boss or it's a vanilla Fantoon and it's somewhere else. And then MGA has a lot further down to go to do the Dragon and the Meridia stuff that you still have left.
Yeah.
He didn't. Did he scout? I was about to say, did he scout Dragon? I don't think so.
No, he hasn't been over there. He just remembered. I would love to see a save from him here.
Okay, I feel less bad about this because of Tim and delay. You cannot not save here. Like, you have 85 health, even if you're comfortable with this Dragon loadout. Like, no.
Okay.
Too much vanilla. That's a shot block.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've seen this super pack from on Pixel side. I think he keeps it, because it's faster, especially from where he's at. But oh my goodness, wrong again.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think MGA, I think he'll do this fight. I'm sure he feels comfortable with this escape, even without having high jump.
Here's my thing about this. You have to use grapple both for the kill and for the escape. and it takes very little of your energy with Varia, but that's also assuming you don't take a Dragon hit, which is, less than trivial. And then there's the you have minimal attempts. I think we've seen all the Chozo tanks at this point, so I don't think it's giving him a tank.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's obviously it's not impossible by any stretch, but it's kind of slow.
I think he would get the health back. It takes less than 100 health to do the grapple kill, and he's gonna soften Dre up a little bit to start here.
Unfortunate diagonal spark there.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, just kind of went up.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that's not good. He's got to get out. He's got to try again. Do a little more softening. Okay, he's getting the goop on this. It's much easier to hit the turret on this side. Oh, you missed again!
I usually see a morph there, or if it's in the other corner, I forget. But there's definitely the left side is like the easy known setup that everybody does, and he's not grappling anymore. He's just gonna ammo, and yeah, this.
Yeah, this is getting rough.
Slower by the moment.
We're being accused of commentator curse. I've seen that a few times now.
So yeah, I kind of expected this to be vanilla.
He's taking a lot of damage.
Mostly because it's feeling like this has been kind of slow on us, and it can put more things in your way before gravity right now. But the Dragon is dead. Gonna see what's behind Dragon. The high jump bailout possibility right now is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that could happen. A missile. All right, let's see this grapple. This is not trivial, by the way. Like, even with boots, this is not an easy thing to do. Without boots, this grapple escape is pretty insane. And he does it like, he's too far.
Mashing. He was too far to the right. He was doing some left wiggle. That's kind of crazy as well. And yeah, this is the other thing. So normally you would just crouch jump with your angle down and you do the thing. And you can't even do that here, but no problem.
He's out.
And yeah, didn't even turn off
He did that with spring ball on. Oh my goodness. That's real gaming. That's real gaming.
Simultaneous boss exits here.
If you don't have spring ball on, you can basically just mash the jump button, and then it's just a matter of pressing down with good timing and mashing jump. With spring ball, you have to do everything with good timing, and it's a much different trick with spring ball on.
So yeah, it's about that time where it's decision time for MGA. I'm assuming the first stop is X-ray. That'll get him Ice Beam, which is nice. And then yeah, that's where it really comes down to, like, you're splitting charge and Spore Spawn versus potential wreck ship stuff, which could just be Kraid Gravity, and it could be what it is, which is Vanilla Fantoon, and there's 3 possibilities, one of which is now Space Jump.
Yeah. Boy, this is a deep gravity.
Yeah, deep gravity, no high jump boosts to speak of. MGA still needs an E-Tank for Go mode, which
he does.
Isn't usually worth talking about, but
those tanks were pretty all over the place for Pixel. I imagine he'll find one. I don't remember exactly where they were, but
I mean, if he does the Brinstar criteria stuff, that's 2 of them are on Chozos, I know.
That's right.
I mean, he still has to do Alpha Power Bombs, which I forgot about, which is a reserve tank that also works if you don't hate them with your very being. Think MST's in chat. Shout out to MST.
Pixel going through the spiky room of death, aptly named. This room has taken so many lives, so many runs, so many tears.
All Alrighty, we have a raid coming in from Speed Gaming. Shout outs to them. MGA was on that stream about 50 minutes ago. A little more than that by now, but
And
yeah,
there's
here
our
we
gravity suit. Okay. I mean, that's
MGA is
good for Pixel,
straightforward.
but Pixel still needs to do all of Lower Norfair, and MGA's on his way, so he'll be finding that relatively soon as well.
Yeah, he did decide to not clean up those Brimstone criteria checks, at least for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
think
this
that's the
is
right
as
play.
fast as he could have gotten here.
Like, go to the boss, hope to find the stuff close to the boss, and then you're not, going super out of your way to find extra things. Now Pixel's continuing up.
Really wants charge. That's kind of the only thing he would be doing this for, I'm thinking.
That makes sense.
And this is the thing about boss shuffle, especially knowing Dragon's not vanilla. Dragon not vanilla puts 2 additional places that it can be in Chozo where it normally couldn't be in a vanilla boss scenario. So like, the decision is just so hard because
it is.
like the only places it can't be are Ridley and Croc in this seed, and you don't want to do Plasma, you don't want to do Shaktool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from his perspective, he might not even really want to do Screw Attack.
Well, there's the third tank.
It is as far as addicts go, it's pretty quick. So it was already, pretty dire straits for Pixel. This play is unlikely to be, a winning play, unfortunately, but we're gonna know what's going on. Oh, trying to use that grapple beam.
Grapple is good for everything except grappling. At least that's my experience with it. Oh, there's the charge beam.
That's what he needed.
Yeah, I imagine MGA will not do the wreck ship, but he also doesn't really need charge. Like, he needs a couple more super packs, sure, but it's go hunting for a couple more super packs or go hunting for charge beam. And either way, you're looking, for like one thing. So I think at this point it would make sense for him to just keep moving forward and do some searches for more supers, maybe some more missiles.
Yeah, he hasn't had to make that decision yet because he's still looking for, gravity, which has to be at a major location. But yeah, I'm thinking the same way you are. Once we find the gravity, probably you're like, I'm so close.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what he does.
And also, like, yeah, given the race position overall, like, even if he did go there, probably still ahead.
Yeah, I think any decision he makes at this point, he's still in the lead. He'd have to make some sort of error, I think, at this point.
He'd have
Like
to
a
try
tap.
bootless suitless with the space jump, which
Yeah.
no, this is not SMZ3, and it's not good there.
Did he just get it right fast?
That's probably why he was not expecting that. Because it's funny, because like he did like the upshoots. I guess flames probably come out anyway, but he was very not ready for that.
Wow.
And then he got rewarded with a fast reappear.
MGA showing us all the rarest parts of the game.
Do that shot in case it opens fast. Thanks, Exact. So yeah, 3 bosses to 1. I think I like this play right now. Ooh, didn't quite believe in the spring ball. I think that would have worked, honestly. If he also checks behind this and gets wave, that's kind of good. I think that pretty much just says go now because your beam's good enough. But yeah, it's It's, all the way down to the bottom of the map and then all the way back up, where MGA doesn't even have to make this Dragon dip, even if the fight was, not what he wanted at the time.
Yeah, MGA's done with the entire lower half of the map at this point.
And a free tank. Now he has too much energy, way more than is necessary.
That's a cool little wiggle fall from Pixel. I think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, we're gonna see some sparks. I'm assuming after that we're just gonna hopefully see a quick grapple with a quick goop.
Oh,
he's just going ammo.
Yeah, that surprises me.
Agreed.
But I mean, whatever you're more comfortable with. Gonna be out a lot of ammo though. I'll have to get that back at some point.
No spike suit for the wreck ship.
And MGA gets his gravity suit.
Yeah, only needs one more super, and if he doesn't run into that, there's no way there's not at least like 2 missiles. He's going backdoor though. Interesting. Probably fastest, especially to exactly Dragon here. So heads up.
Yeah, this is a good play. This route is almost always slower, but in certain circumstances it is the way to go, and this is one of those circumstances.
He's gonna put his ammo hunt off until after that last boss is completed, but you're gonna run by Batu and E-Tank, you're gonna go into Aqueduct. If you really need to at that point, you can option select a sand pit or watering hole, so...
Yeah, there's quite a few items in Meridia.
If all of those were power bombs and E-Tanks, you throw your controller at the screen and
Right.
curse the seed.
Pixel doing an ice check.
He's just
he's going down. Oh. Interesting. Is that faster even if you're not in ice already?
So there was some talk about this in an earlier race this week. I want to say no. There may be some, power bomb levying that he's doing here with only 3 current, but yeah.
I like not faster but cool. I'm with that. Swag wins every time in my book.
Oh yeah, there's the other thing about MGA. If he literally doesn't find a better super, he knows about One-Hit Gauntlet.
That's true, yeah. Yep. I'm sure he has that on the back of his mind. And then probably another helper in the back of Gauntlet, potentially.
Yeah.
Not something you can count on, but I mean, at that point, he has plenty of ammo.
So yeah, here comes the last boss for MGA. Pixel looks like he really wants his fast pillar spark.
Yeah.
Oh, or more power bombs. That's more likely with space and screw. With bombs, that's not strictly necessary, but very much a speedy thing.
Yeah.
You want to have 5 power bombs.
It's a quick power bomb farm, and yeah, they're really nice to have.
Doesn't go with the space jump strat. Without a high jump, I kind of don't blame him. Space jump's really finicky without it. We did not see a behind crate check. I was wanting to see if that happened to be high jump, which is the only thing that would come close to saving MGA anytime. But the odds aren't terrible considering our knowledge. I mean, it has to be somewhere in Meridia, the high jump boots.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I imagine MGA might do these quick aqueduct checks, and
He was
then he'll be on his
dangerously
way.
close to Yo Dog. Did you see that? The Hundo double debu strat.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, so if you whenever you happen to do these aqueduct miners in Hundo after Dragon, you like deboost in the Sandfall and then you deboost on I think those are ouches.
Mm-hmm.
And then you use those iframes to build up speed through another ouch that's gonna hit you otherwise, and then you space jump and you morph and you spring ball up. It's really cool.
That sounds insane.
Zoa, thank you, MM2. I know some names of enemies and others. I know that it's a name of an enemy.
Yeah, I barely know anything about this game, so I just push the buttons.
So we are farming here. It is Ridley. So the farm is oh, and we didn't get a behind Dragon check. I did notice that at the time. So we're just chilling on Ice Spacer. We're also not using grapple once again. I don't know where I disagree with it more, here or the Dragon fight. Which is funny that's debatable.
Yeah, he probably just doesn't feel comfortable with it.
He's not one of those no angle down players, is he?
He has angle down, but he's not super. He's very familiar with any percent, and he's pretty new to Rando, and he's never done RBO, so I don't know. He's probably just afraid that it'll take him longer to use grapple than to just shoot the bugs.
So yeah, MGA headed towards Torian, did find, I think, a vanilla aqueduct super, and then
perfect.
Doesn't choose to go get the extra. 50-60 is plenty comfortable.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Just don't miss a door.
You can do a little bit of pre-opening of doors.
Yeah, there was a talk about the seed. If you want to play the seed, quote unquote perfect routing, you just go up to wreck ship first, which is a play that has been criticized 100 times this week because it hasn't worked out. Oh, Wave was here. That's
true. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the play. Just go up, get your gravity suit, and crush the seed.
Yeah, there was you had to find your vanilla alpha power bombs, as MGA shows us some Hundo Metroid rooms without picking up drops that he kind of needs.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Especially, I feel like it's the vanilla speedrunner trap. You're like, oh, I have infinite ammo and I can just do these super swag really fast Hundo strats that I know. And then like the third room happens, you're like, oh wait, I need these drops, and then you don't get them.
Oh my goodness! I would not use the super there.
The gall, the absolute gall to just super that.
Like he's got plenty of ammo, but it's barely plenty of ammo.
Yeah.
All right, are we gonna see a baby skip, a bootless baby skip?
I was wondering if that was an attempt. It looked like at least a half of an attempt.
Yep. Now that would have been swag.
I am aware that there are versions of the newer Stachio skip with no items. I feel like speed probably destroys that, so I'm not 100% sure if that was ever really a thing. I certainly wasn't expecting a baby skip. I will say that. Yeah, I think I cut myself off earlier about that optimal play, but the real difficult thing about both going up to Alpha Pews to find power bombs we didn't have any was that you also had no tanks. So
Right.
the wreck ship play would have been a zero tank fan tune fight followed by spiky room of death
Oof.
with, I believe at the time, would have been a required sponge bath. And
Yeah,
then
that's true.
it would have been a lot of fun. There was some talk about how difficult the seed was if you went down first, especially MG's low health and the bootless dive. Like it was hard everywhere.
Yeah.
We've got 4 tanks on one side and 3+1 on the other. It's
Yep. This is one of those seeds where if you want to do it fast, you got to do some pretty terrible stuff. Pixel is taking a much safer route, but it's a lot of back and forth on the map.
so he has 8 missiles to spare. I was going to say I don't know if you do supers first or missiles first here, but it kind of usually doesn't matter.
Yeah, and with 14 missiles, I don't think it even matters. Did he save before this, or?
I want to say no.
Okay, I mean, he'll be fine, I'm sure.
Oh, he has 2 missiles to spare. Oh, he did safety save.
Did save, okay.
I mean, with both not a ton of ammo to spare and 3+1, like I very much like that.
Yeah, I do too.
He did it.
All right, Mother Brain is dead. Free.
Interesting that both runners are doing the Batoon skip, but they're doing it from different sides. I kind of like that.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's poetic.
Oh, we got another good call in chat by Zeb. Good thing MGA refilled the first door after shooting it with missiles, which he by his actual ammo count he didn't need to do that, but going in that room anyway, definitely kind of a free play.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he would have had to mess this fight up a few times in order to not still be ahead, but
it's good to especially in post, to know that you had some time to waste, and it's always also good to not have wasted it.
right. So true. Yeah, MGA pretty well crushed this seed though. This is a pretty impressive showing.
Yeah, and what I mean, it was at least somewhere up the jet to trolley scale, headed towards the troll side, but it could have been a lot more, different things could have happened.
Yeah. Yeah, any seed that has late power bombs is they just feel so bad. Every time it just feels bad. Alright, Pixel going into his final boss, which is Kraid. And you said we didn't see what was behind Kraid, right?
We have not seen it, no.
I bet Pixel will check it. Plasma.
No, it was plasma.
So then those
Unfortunately,
boots.
yeah, they're Shaq or plasma. One of the two.
Ew.
And the other one, I don't know. I guess it's like probably the last E tank. It's kind of funny. Unless I know we saw both Chozo supers. I know we saw at least one Chozo missile, because I'm pretty sure that's actually what Dragon was.
Yeah, yeah, Dragon was a missile.
And I don't know if we saw the other one. So yeah, either a missile or an E tank at the other one. Yeah, MJ was gonna be coming in here relatively clear of sub-hour, which you like to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always feel bad if I don't finish a Chozo Seed sub-hour. But some of them are just trolly enough. Alright, get your GGs in chat for MGA.
That's right, MGA finishes first place with an official race time of 59 minutes and 5 seconds. A win for Island out of Superjump. Like I said, keeps them comfortably in second place in the Brindstar division. Shaktool's Nightmare already in a dogfight. It's definitely getting harder. You're gonna have to play some. I think both of your last 2 weeks are also against tough opponents that are like right there in it with you, and
Yeah, we have some pretty hard final competitors these last couple weeks. It'll be exciting.
No rest for the weary.
Yeah. But MGA definitely deserves this. And that bootless dive was everything. That was the seed. I think this would have been a lot closer if he had given up on that and taken a route more like what Pixel did.
Yeah. This was let's see. I don't exactly remember the whole race scenario at that point. Definitely it's funny because we talked about that Croc early. I think as early as Croc was, the speed probably paid for itself. But you can also flip that switch on one runner side or the other. That also makes it more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And Pixel did go down to get that speed as well. Pixel, let's see, I'm trying to remember. Pixel.
Do you see the progression speed? Do you see the progression speed before it goes off screen? Nice fast. Love to see it.
I remember Pixel was a little bit behind MG. I don't remember why. Oh, he went up Red Tower. That's right. He went up Red Tower.
The Spore Spawn play.
That's right. Yep. Spore Spawn, up Red Tower. So he was falling behind Pixel, but with those power bombs. If there hadn't been power bombs in Norfair Reserve,
yeah,
would have been different as well. But yeah, Rando be Rando, and MGA definitely made the right plays.
And I want to say he finished on 15, but I know he found the alpha power bombs, which I'm assuming he picked up, and then I don't know where that other pack was, but yeah, it's possible those two were like the only ones really available. We don't know about extraneous bombable locations because we did find those bombs, but
right.
Yeah, we're about to find out where high jump boots were. I'm gonna say plasma. I was wrong. It was spring ball.
Spring ball. Yeah, all in all, Pixel not that far behind considering how much of the map he had to redo. Kind of go back and forth a little bit.
He's gonna finish this out, As much work as you put into the seed, I definitely don't mind, getting to the end, seeing what time it was. Especially, if you're one of the people who likes to analyze and think, where did this time go? Where did this time go? Having the actual official time helps with that, so I like it.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. He pre-opened the door, but with a super.
You gotta let them know you're coming, right?
Right.
Little knock at the door. We say, "Who is it?" Yeah, we're gonna see a pretty quick finish to this one. Obviously, the full beam combo.
Yeah,
is,
full beams feels so nice.
All right, through that mother brain and get out of this dying planet.
I would probably save here knowing that I already was, knowing that MGA already finished, just in case. But like really nothing to be afraid of here. A little surprised he's using supers. For me, that makes it harder to know when ketchup is coming. And with full beams, it's basically the same amount of time, from what I understand. The DPS is the same using charge shots versus supers. Just unloading everything on her head.
It looked like he might have wanted to do some power bomb stalling, but didn't quite menu there quickly enough. Do believe once Pixels finish on stream, I do believe he's going to join us. Not sure about MGA. He's free to join us if he wants to. But yeah, we'll have hopefully an interview coming your way. And I want to say there was supposed to be a race starting a little bit ago, but it got moved to tomorrow. So this is it for tonight. But yeah, let me go ahead and.
Aren't too many more week 5 races left? I think 2 more.
Yeah, that sounds right. Pull this up. I know there's 3 races on the schedule, but one of them is like a week from today.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
Shout out to people who scheduled their matches early. I appreciate it. Yeah. So this is it for us tonight. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Wish versus Kitsune, and then at 8 p.m. Eastern, Fat Scott versus Mr. Fox. Those are the last 2 races of this week, and then we're on to some new and interesting fun next week in Dash Recall.
Ooh. That's going to be some exciting stuff. Yeah, if y'all aren't familiar with Dash Recall, it kind of flips everything on its head in Rando. There's spazer blocks, there's intermediate space jump, there's intermediate grav. I don't remember what the actual terms are for those.
Yeah.
But there's, for example, there's a suit that basically operates the same as gravity, but only in the upper half of the map. So you can't take it all the way through Meridia. Just I think you can do the first half of Meridia, or is it not even that? I'm not. Sure.
I mean, it's the first half, and it's also like the last fourth. It's just not that middle fourth that gives you the boss.
Gotcha.
We're gonna have. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have 5 or 6 comms that are struggling through it, and then someone's just gonna write an intro, and we're all gonna say it.
Right.
We're gonna have Chat GPT put it on there and get some voiceovering. It'll be high tech.
Oh, I love that. Comms by Chat GPT. I can't wait for the day.
Oh goodness! I just put the worst idea imaginable in someone's head. What have I done? Open Pandora's box.
No, it'll be exciting though. It's a whole new ball game.
Ooh.
That's fine. He'll get another attempt here. Man.
Man, oh man, oh man.
All right, a good showing by both runners. This was. It really just came down to that bootless dive. That was just the winning play in this seed.
Yeah, and then there's also an interesting, thought experiment to what if he doesn't do the Brendan criteria cleanup, which I didn't mind at the time for sure, but that's at least like 3-ish, maybe 4 minutes that he spent.
Yep.
And yeah, that's
And
it for Pixel Perfect. He finishes official race time 1 hour 8 minutes 22 seconds.
yeah, no wrong plays, just rando be rando.
And we do have both of our runners joining us here in the commentary booth. Good games to both of you, MGA and Pixel Perfect.
Thank you, GGMGA.
Yo, thank you. Yeah, GG Pixel.
That was insane. I was sweating bullets at the beginning of the game with the no E-tanks thing. I was like,
yeah.
where is all the energy?
I know. No, yeah, that seed was like crazy. Like, I did already do a bunch of like really troll Chozo seeds.
Mhm.
So like I kind of practice those situations, but still it's still really hard to like try and like do stuff like that when you have no E-tanks. Like power bombs and bombs are like super late.
Yep.
And so you don't have charge, so you have to like keep looking for ammo, and it's like, you know, you're kind of scrambling around trying to find stuff.
Yeah. Did you go do Spore Spawn when we got to the like getting down there? We still have no power bombs yet.
No, I don't think you can.
So I was
Oh.
banking off power bombs being on like where his supers normally are, because in one of the races I did with
Yeah.
Rusty, that's where one of our power bombs was. That was first power bombs for us, and so I'm kind of like scarred from that race now, because I think I was like 30 minutes into a race at one point with Rusty where we hadn't had power bombs yet. It was when we were against Magoo and Diddy, and that's where first power bombs ended up being.
Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, because we had bombs. I just did the bootless lava dive at that point. 'Cause I think, yeah, we found power bombs. It was somewhere in Norfair, so yeah.
Okay, see, I found my first peeves at Alpha Power Bombs.
Right.
And by the way, I want to say not just bootless dive, but bootless dive on 2 tanks.
Yeah, we got to that point where I'm like, man, if I just had high jump, I'd go do it. And I'm like, MGA is probably going to do bootless dive, and I just don't know the setup for it, and I don't trust myself to not die, even if I got it set up correctly. I was like, I'm just going to play it safe and try and find anything to get me down there.
Yeah, I was
But-
I was really nervous about it because I only had 2 tanks. And even if like I did do the lava dive, then I would have like almost no health going into Lower Norfair.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have screw attack, yeah, I would be like freaking out. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting screw that early and then being able to do bootless dive right into it, that pretty much just, I was thinking to myself, if he does do bootless dive, then he earned the win right away, because like there's no other way that I would be able to compete with that right now.
right, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of tough strats pulled off on MGA's side. There was the bootless dive, the high jump was grapple jump out of Dragon with spring ball still equipped for no
Oh
reason.
my goodness.
It's just a lot of
Oh
crazy
man,
stuff.
that's a win well earned then. That's insane, because
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, because people turn off spring ball for it, but it's honestly harder because you shouldn't really be matching for stuff like that. I just time all the unmorphs, and I think it makes it way easier for like a high jumpless grapple escape. But yeah, that also did happen.
the thing that scared, I was wondering, did you I saw your tracker, so you went down to Croc, but when I found speed down there, I'm like, man, I wonder if MGA ended up just skipping this, or if he was going to go through it all the way, because there was just a couple plays where I was going through and I'm like, he's going to take the most risky plays possible, and Croc is a potential big time loser if there's like just some sort of ammo or energy down there.
Yeah. No, yeah, because we only had like 2 tanks, and then I think I still needed supers for Ridley, but I can't remember. I was just looking for ammo and tanks, so yeah, I was definitely gonna go check Croc before LN because we only had 2 tanks, but
Yep.
yeah, and then I found speed boosters there, so I was like, oh dang, you know, like, all right, I guess it sort of paid off, you know.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I was really happy when I found that.
Yeah.
And originally I was really, so you never went up to wrecked ship. You just kept going down farther and farther.
Yeah.
There was a point where we got grappled pretty early on, and my stomach was like, go wrecked ship. Just do it. You're gonna go up there, just do it. And I was like, no, I'm gonna keep going down because there's more checks, and if I go up there and something is locked behind, well, I guess it can't be locked behind speed, but if they're like, if it's not Fantoon, then this was a time waste, and then I'm definitely like chalked. But of course, it had to be vanilla Fantoon, so because then Grab was on Wreck Ship E.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, the routing was really odd, I guess. I didn't realize that, but since Grav was at Wreck Ship E, that meant that we had to kill Fantoon and where again? Or
He was vanilla.
Fantoon
He
was
was
vanilla.
oh, he was vanilla. Okay,
Yep.
okay. Right. Yeah. That's rough. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was definitely a Wreck Ship first, then Seed. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I was pretty when it gives you grapple that early. I'm always like, do I just go do it or do I not? Because it's not worth the check if it's any other boss, and then because the ship isn't on, and you have to come back up anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. That makes sense.
Yeah, if you want to god rot this seed, for one, you got to do the screw attack trick MJ did to actually have an E tank, and then you gamble on vanilla alpha power bombs, and then gamble on Fantoon vanilla, and you win.
Right. It's so many. Yeah. I figure when you're coming out of New Bridge, you're right there. I figure going up is not going to be that much of a time loss. It's like maybe a minute at most, which I mean could make the difference, obviously. But I figure I'm just right there, and that could potentially swing since it's a Chozo check.
Yeah. It being boss shuffle also like kind of adds just a whole other layer of strategy.
Yep.
I'm not really good at the rando strategy, to be honest, so I just play.
Made all the right decisions though.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, GG, man.
Thank you. Yeah. GG to you too.
Is there another secret third speed gaming channel you're about to teleport to MGA that you want to tell us about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, good grade to both of you. It was a well played race, a tough seed, definitely for sure. I'm gonna hopefully give you all both a shout out here in the chat for a follow if you want to check out these two, and they're not necessarily here on Speed Gaming. You can also feel free to follow my co-com Junie, who's in this tournament. He likes to do a lot of crazy stuff. I happen to be on tracking for a very special race you were part of earlier this season. That was an adventure.
The one with Toasty or
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that was a good time.
Well, thank you for the comms, Web and Junie. Appreciate it as always. And Gwen, thank you for the tracking as well.
Yep, GG to both of you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, and thanks for the tracking. It should be super fun to watch this race back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really excited to see where we divulge.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you separated almost immediately. MGA went up and did a gauntlet check, Pixel, while you were you skipped that one.
Okay.
It ended up just being supers. So
yeah, I was like, no tanks. I could go through it, but my gut tells me no. I don't want to risk that with no tanks.
Right. Yeah, and it was pretty interesting. I mean, you diverged, from that point, which is kind of the earliest point you could, and then you basically did different things throughout the whole seed. So it's it'll be interesting for you to watch it back.
Cool. Yeah, well, that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't think I really have anything else to add to it.
Yeah, I know both of you are, fighting for playoff positioning. MGA, probably you all are pretty comfortably in second, unless, some things happen to Southern Route. But yeah, you, Pixel, you and Junie got a lot of work to do there in the tough division of Brintstar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Junie, it was a blast commentating with you. I had a lot of fun. And
same.
I think that's all for me. I'll let you take us out of here.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. And when is the next race? Did you say? Is there another one tonight or
tomorrow?
Tomorrow
at like 6:30.
All right. Make sure you check that one out. And in the meantime, we will see you next mission.